All right, so here at R5 Detailing with my guy David. All right, so in New York City, Dennis, he put an Expel film on Gensilla Supercharged, and what it was a transparent film. So what my guy David is doing right now is removing the film first, and we're gonna put the S-Tech on after it's already done. He's got to take it off, remove the glue, clean the car up, as you guys know, and it's a process. But for the most part, as you can see from what Lorenzo did all of the years that I was with him, his PPF is holding up pretty good. So this is the Lorenzo's panel from back all the way to doors, still on there pretty good. So technically this film, you know, it can take properties just like the real paint. You know, it's just all about how well you take care of it. You know, Lorenzo was telling me, you know, over, I would say maybe right at the 3-year mark, you should be kind of getting it redone if you don't really take care of it that well. But, you know, I have all these products to take care of the car pretty well. So this is just going to be prep right now, and the reveal is coming soon.
Really hot outside?
Right.
It's like blister in summertime.
I know.
Especially in Texas, it like comes off like butter.
Like butter.
Yeah.
Right. And what David was just saying is he was saying he likes to use hot water. You can use a steam gun, right? Right, David?
Yes, sir.
But, you know, they work the same. Everybody has their own different techniques. Like he said, if it's a super hot day out here in Texas, it would come right off. Luckily, on the highway, the engine heated up a little bit, so it's coming off a little easier.
About the rest of it inside.
So as you can see, the great precision by David and Mike, what they've done is remove the film that's been on for about a year, all the adhesive that was on that Dennis put on in New York, so all that's off. It's not key to have the smallest bit of adhesive before you reapply new film. It'll make it hard for it to kind of adhesive. You'll see it lift up, you can see that little, you know, impression under it. So it's just always best to try to get it as clean as possible. So on this lens right now under David's lights, as you can see, the great precision that these guys have as far as the great details. So what David just did is he just removed the clips from the silencer. What he's going to do is pull that down to get this center scoop removed. Yeah, so what you see is they've already blown the car off. Let me just go around. It's washed outside, of course. And this is David's shop, so very great lighting in here. I tell people all the time, this is PPF, so this is not my paint. You can see that this PPF takes all soaps, all waxes, just like the regular paint does. So under this lighting, you can see it's pretty sharp. So I always say the first thing you should be doing when you get a brand new car, especially a performance car like this, is get it wrapped, at least the front. I got the whole wrap under the doors, as you can see. All right, so center scoop is removed. All right, what David used is, of course, his plastic, removal tool. What you got to do is just bring the pull the silencer back just a little bit and just kind of lift this up a little bit, and you have these. So 1, 2, 3, 4 clips along it, just like this. The other 2 vents for the extractors, they have 1 bolt on the underside, and then they just pop right out also.
About 4 or 5.
We're just continuing with the adhesive remover process. We did majority of the adhesive removal outside. Now we're just kind of fine tuning to make sure everything's completely clean off of it.
Like I tell you guys, it's not just, oh, let's just clean the hood, throw film on it. Like I told you, it's great precision. It takes a lot of patience, and like I said, to do it the right way. Come to guys like this, get it done the right way.
Prep is key with any job. You want to make sure the surface has a good bite when you lay the film onto it. And if you have adhesive that's stuck on there and then you lay more adhesive on it, it's just not going to stick very well. It's kind of like if your skin was dirty and you try to slap a Band-Aid on it, it's not going to want to stick. You got to make sure the surface is prepped. Layer onto it and just let it sit. That way the adhesive softens up. And
What about we use like that bow scratcher?
yeah,
Could we do that?
grab an old towel and try it. That blue towel? Where's that blue towel at?
I think it's outside.
S-Tech has a bunch of those different patterns.
Oh, nice.
So I bought some sample. I got a guy that possibly wants to do some Damascus, which is pretty fire. Ooh. Yeah. Some of it's pretty cool.
Yep, camo.
Yeah. I like this carbon for the silver one's really nice.
Yeah, you can tell they're next
But
level.
it's super expensive, man.
I can imagine. I can see it.
It's crazy amount of money.
and it's got the self-healing properties in it also?
Yeah, still got the self-healing properties. Have a guy that's wanting to do this Damascus on the black truck, but it was super expensive.
How much?
Is it like $5 or $12?
Oh man, I think it's over double of what regular PPF. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a very scary thing to use if you're not knowing what you're doing.
Right.
I mean, you can easily waste the material on $500-600 on a hood, but you just gotta have faith in your skills and go with it.
Pretty much. So one of the things that I also picked, just it's almost like, just the layers, the technology is like,
Yeah, it's clean.
Yeah, it's like,
my
it's exactly what it is.
favorite is probably that metal forged. It's just got a really cool 3D look to it.
yeah, man, you can tell they're definitely next level when it comes to their
Fashion films is what they call it.
All right, so back here with David and Mike, and David is going to give us an update on where we are right now.
All right, we're in the middle of the clay bore process. We want to make sure, again, the surface is very prepped well. We're doing the black PPF on top of this white hood. We don't want to expose any of the white, so we're going to make sure every single surface is going to get covered in black PPF. But anywhere where it's kind of like gonna come downwards, I wouldn't worry about this one. This one's gonna sit pretty nicely. But yeah, polish this inside edge, and then this front edge, and then of course all the edge corners. So we're gonna do a little bit of polishing here. I personally like to do some polishing on any areas that I think where the film needs extra bite. When you do a finely polished area, the film will tack like almost instantly. So any edges where the film is gonna have to dip down into, this curve down, if you polish that, the film is gonna instantly grab there and you're gonna have no problems with it staying tacked. So I'm gonna get Mike to do these inside edges and this part here where the vent drops down, it swoops down. All right, here comes the fun part. The hood's fully prepped. We're gonna go ahead and install our black PPF. We have our slip solution ready in the tank. And then as a tack solution, I use hot water in this cake. And we're about to do this install. Let's get it. Turn the AC back on, Caleb. Yeah. Right underneath here, Caleb. But when you're doing something new, you kind of have to learn where to go and how to get it. And then being matte black, you really can't see through the film and see what you're getting.
Right.
You just have to have a good feel for what the film wants to do, how it wants to lay.
Right, and what David is saying is like I've explained to you guys before, his first time, but he has a skill level that takes over and that goes into play. S-Tech really had a matte black. They didn't have a satin black. They didn't offer it. And when you're working with black, like David was saying, on this white, you know, very, very little room for error because as you can see, it's white under it. So, you know, but at the same time, it looks incredible. Yeah, that's
a wrap.
That's definitely a wrap. So
it's definitely a wrap.
You had to think about that. So my guy David, this is the final reveal. Genzil Supercharged. She's back with the black with the new hood. How was it, David? Challenging?
Man, that was a fun hood to do. My first time using the matte black. I'm normally a clear PPF guy, and you can see through the film and see what you're working on. This was a little different, a little challenge, but overcame it. Pretty cool car, pretty cool job. The scoops were a nice challenge. The front scoop was a nice challenge, but it looks great. I'm happy with the results.
If you want to see David, what's your social medias?
Mainly on Facebook, R5 Detailing on Facebook, also on Instagram. It is kind of my personal page, Don BZ at Instagram, DonBeezy. And then if you need to contact me for any work, you can also call me, text me, 409-549-9549.
And all of his information will be in the description portion of this video. I appreciate you guys.